Beyond politics and above organized religion, a moral authority exists known globally as the ageless wisdom. It is the study of consciousness, the mystery of awareness, which cannot be measured yet will not be denied. This podcast from Michael Benner's Ageless Wisdom Salon features lessons in metaphysics, mysticism, and esoteric philosophy. Those who attend live on Zoom may also participate in group meditation and roundtable discussions. Register for our newsletter at michaelbenner.com. Welcome to the Ageless Wisdom Mystery School with Michael Benner.
Some of you have mentioned a tendency to go too deep and fall asleep. Again, if that's the case, if you feel yourself any time in meditation getting a little drowsy, just open your eyes slightly. Keep them essentially closed, but just open them a little bit. And that little bit of light that you let in can stimulate you enough to find that balance point between awake and asleep. That's what we're looking for, a balance point. Close your eyes. Take a few slow, deep breaths. And particularly as you exhale, create and sense a letting go feeling. A feeling of relaxation, a feeling of being truly safe. Think of this induction stage at the beginning of each meditation as 3 messages to the brain that you're not in any danger, that it's okay to become safe and relaxed, to turn inward, turn away from the world, and turn to the inner landscape. Those 3 messages being, hey, my eyes are closed. I'm in no danger. My breathing is slow and deep. I must not be in any danger, or my breathing would be rapid and shallow. And particularly on the exhalation side, you feel a letting go throughout your body. For if you were in danger, your body would be tense. You would experience a sense of pressure. So you close your eyes, slow, deep breathing at the beginning, a feeling of letting go from head to toe. 3 messages that you need not be concerned with the world. You're going within. And if you haven't already, allow your breathing to become normal. Let your body breathe itself. Make no effort to breathe, though you can at any time you wish. Alter your breathing or take another slow, deep breath. Otherwise, move your awareness gently to the bottom of your nose and observe your body breathing itself. Anytime you deliberately take a slow breath, a big, deep breath, hold your breath, forcefully exhale, then you're the breather. Right now, you're the observer of the body breathing itself. Become the witness. Be curious. Be interested. Be fascinated. as you observe your body breathing itself all by itself. If I am the observer of this phenomenon, if I am not the breather, who or what breathes me? If I am not responsible for deliberately beating my heart, who or what does that for me? It's not even a signal from the brain that beats the heart, but from within the heart itself. The heart beats itself through your entire life. It knows when to speed up. It knows when to slow down. Not in response to decisions we make. How does it know? And so too with hundreds and hundreds of other responses in the body, all on autopilot, autonomic, self-regulating. Freeing us to be aware. I am the awareness of my body breathing itself. And so instead of believing I am my thinking, I think therefore I am, you realize you are the awareness of the thought. You can choose to apply that awareness to deliberate thinking, to solve a problem, or make a decision. To make it a point to remember. To use your imagination. To open yourself to intuition. To consider all the thoughts that arrive on their own. And somewhere along the way, we just assumed that they must be our thoughts. That they're all credible. They all have equal merit. therefore must be true. When many of the thoughts that bubble up on their own intrusively are nothing but nonsense. Be the awareness that chooses which thoughts to embrace and which to release. You don't have to believe everything that you think. Every thought that occurs to you need not be accepted as true and valid. Much of it is nonsense. Be the decider, the chooser. If someone is hurtful and cruel and mean to you, you have a choice. One thought says, give as good as you get. Become defensive and use similar language to lash back. However, there are other thoughts, more refined, that is a higher vibration, a higher frequency, that says you can transmute that negativity, at least within yourself. You can uplift it. By responding with kindness and compassion and sympathy. Or maybe in some cases by not responding at all. This is likely to have an effect on the other, but at least you'll enjoy the benefit yourself. We don't have to give our power away to other people. But we also don't have to oppose them or resist. Let the feelings have their way with you, even if they're hurtful initially. You're a spiritual being. You're built for this. You can handle it. And then say to yourself, silently and internally, that insult, that cruelty, that nasty language, it's just not true. You need not proclaim it or declare it aloud, though you may wish to. But you need not. And it often takes time. So be patient with yourself. It may take you an hour to recover. It might take 2 or 3 days to recover. But as we practice taking responsibility for the feeling, and carefully choosing our response, we get better and better at it. And it takes less and less time to recover. Be okay. And not empower other people to hurt you. Move through the hurt, move through the anger to compassion for their suffering. And then forgiveness. Consider, perhaps even as a quality of leadership, what happens when we treat other people not as they appear to be, but as if they were already the person they could be, or the person you need them to be or wish them to be. Without condition, without reservation. It will completely change our reality and may even have a noticeable influence on the other. But even if they're resistant to that subtle suggestion, we will benefit from using the higher, more refined frequencies of thought and feeling to uplift, to redeem, to resurrect, to save. That's what these words mean, by the way. Resurrection, redemption, uplifting, transforming, transmuting. These are alchemical concepts. That the higher frequency transforms the lower frequency. It lifts it up. Mentally, emotionally, physically too. Practice seeing the world from time to time. Every so often, set aside a minute or two to look at the objects, the forms of the material world as frequency, as vibration, always moving, vibrating, oscillating, dancing. Electrons flashing on and off, spinning around and around. such that even the most dense object has no edge. Does a cloud have an edge? Does a snowstorm have a boundary? There are no edges to anything. The densest physical material, lead, iron, titanium, is in fact less compact than a snowstorm. As above, so below. Electrons and molecules are so open and spacious that they're on the scale of the relationship in the solar system of a planet to the sun. Vast distances between the planets. Vast distances between the molecules and their components. But our physical senses convince us that this object, this form, is solid and immutable and will last forever. My mother used to say to me, Michael, if you take care of it, it'll last forever. She was well-intentioned, but she was wrong. Nothing lasts in the physical world. What does last, that which is permanent and unchanging, is consciousness, awareness, love, if you will. Everywhere equally present, fixed, unmoving, infinite, eternal, fundamental to all existence. Against the backdrop of nature, everything in this world began as a conception in the imagination of human beings. The wheel and the axle had to be conceived before it existed. Someone had to become aware of the fact that they could shape clay into a bowl or a cup before it could exist. Life is not done to us. It is a reflection of what we imagine it to be. And yet we share this ocean of consciousness with others. And that's where it gets confusing. It's not a solo endeavor. We're influenced by others. That's where we get the idea that we're targets or victims. because things happen that we didn't conceive, that are not ours. But the impact upon us is also a function of what we do with it, how we perceive it, how we respond, what we choose to do with it. And both things are true. So conceive of yourself now. Use your imagination and your sensations and your awareness at large to think of yourself as healthy and happy, as fortunate, as abundant, and wish that for everyone else. That all beings, humans, animals, plants, even the kingdom of elements, is healthy, happy, and abundant. Enjoying a peaceful life. Doing the best they can, doing the best we can with what we've got day by day, hour by hour, breath by breath. Every day in every way, better and better. Some days much better, other days not so much. And yet every day in every way, better and better and better. Because we're learning. We're gaining knowledge, insight, and understanding. We're figuring it out. We're evolving. Take a moment to do a body scan, gently sweeping from head to toe and back. Imagining yourself vital, alive, becoming healthier, stronger, and more vital. Happy. For no reason. Put a little smile in the corners of your mouth and form the intention to slowly return to the wide awake state, beginning with intention, and then feel a gentle upward drifting toward the wide awake state, bringing to mind where you are. Feel the chair supporting you and the floor beneath your feet. Remembering the room in which you sit. Inhaling slowly, fill your lungs. Hold for a moment. And as you begin to exhale, open your eyes, wide awake, back in the room. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling fine, better than before. back in the room, wide awake.